There are walking spots in Fort Erie that hundreds of people drive right past every single day. Many people don't realize that it even exists. If you're looking for uncrowded walking spots or maybe open spaces next to the water, then you need to know where the locals go. And today I'm going to take you to some of my top personal walking spots in Fort Erie, including one hidden gem most people completely miss. And stick around until the end because the fifth one is my personal favorite and almost nobody knows about it. The first spot is the one that I mentioned. The locals know about it, but many people just drive right past. Most people are focused at this point at the Old Fort, or they're heading towards the Peace Bridge when they pass this. This is the path right along the lake shore. It has been recently rerouted and paved, making this completely flat. It's ideal for rollerblading and jogging, and it's an easy trail for every day of the week. I love it because it's open to the Buffalo skyline. There's a steady flow of water next to me as I'm walking. This time of year, you get beautiful views, you get all the activity on the water, gorgeous sails, early morning fishing, boats traveling from the lake to the river to the lake. Sometimes it's quiet and peaceful, and other times it's quite active. And it's one of those places where you can just walk, clear your head without any effort. Now, when you're on this path in front of the Old Fort, there's a little parking lot and it leads right down to the water. And here is where the hidden gem exists. Very often when I'm down walking Blue, we head down to the beach and we're the only one down there. And sometimes there might be one or two, but rarely. Blue will always head down there with me when he can to this little corner of the earth. He'll grab a drink of water and we just walk right along the beach there. And if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you can see a great view of the new stadium from this vantage point. Number 2 is the Friendship Trail. Now, if you want something a bit more structured, you hit the Friendship Trail. This runs right through the entire heart of Fort Erie. It connects the falls, it connects to Port Colborne in the other direction. Because it's paved and it's well maintained, it's my go-to when I'm going for a longer bike ride or a longer walk. The Friendship Trail stretches for several kilometers, which is great because if you're a runner or a long distance biker, it's great to hop on to the trail. My favorite spot is between Crescent Park and Ridgeway. In the fall, the canopy of the trees over certain sections is incredible, and it's equally incredible in the spring and the summer with all its lush growth. You're shaded from the hot sun on certain parts of the trail along there. This part of the path also offers a few detours where you can just hop off and head down to the beach to cool off along the way. It's consistent, you know exactly what you're getting along this trail, whether you're looking for a quick 10-minute loop or you're looking for a long distance trek up to Port Colborne or in the other direction to the falls. If you're enjoying these local insights and you want to know more about what's actually happening or what it's like living in Fort Erie, then check out the description below. I've been a real estate agent here for over 20 years, and I help people find more than just their home. I help them find the lifestyles that they're looking for. I've put together some resources in the description about the market, the community, but you'll find these really helpful and resourceful. Now, spot number 3 is Waverly Beach. If you want a little more of nature and a little bit more drama, let's say, you'll head down to Waverly Beach. This is an open part of Lake Erie. You're going to get a bit more wind here, but you'll also get the sounds of the waves crashing the shoreline. It's less of a manicured walk and more of a raw walk. Its lakeside experience is beautiful though. It's a little tiny cove that connects you to the longer part of the trail. I personally come here when I'm walking or I need a quick reset in the middle of my workday. There's something about that wooded trail that leads to the beach when you park on Lakeshore that I enjoy, but many people just go right down to Waverly, park there and head straight on down to the beach, and that's fine too. Spot number 4 is Crystal Beach. We all know about Crystal Beach. It's a place to be in the summer, but as a local, my favorite time to be there is really early in the morning and in the evenings when the crowds are gone. You have these massive stretches of sand and an open horizon. It's peaceful. The air just feels different there. It's a great reminder of why so many people are moving to our area and that part of town. When you think of gorgeous sandy beach, Crystal Beach is among the best. Everybody talks about Crystal Beach, but it's certainly worth mentioning here in this video as well. Now, spot number 5 is Point Abino, my absolute favorite, right along Point Abino at the south point of it. It's sort of at the end of the road for many people, and so it remains a little bit of a hidden gem to people that are unaware of it. It's one of the quietest areas here in our town. Obviously, it comes alive in the summer, but most of the year it's just raw nature. It's peaceful. I come out here all seasons of the year because it's very little traffic. It feels incredibly private. You're surrounded by some of the most beautiful ancient trees in Fort Erie with open views of the lake. It's where I go when I want to feel like I've escaped my day-to-day life. It doesn't feel public. It feels like a private sanctuary. If you only visit one spot on this list to truly understand the soul of Fort Erie, make it this one. These are the kind of places that make everyday life here living so special. They aren't always the top hits on the Google search, but they are some of the reasons people choose to stay in our area. If you're thinking about moving here and you need a full picture, there are things about living in a small town that are just not talked about in the brochures, and I break it down for you, the good and the bad, in my video, The Cons of Living in Fort Erie. Click the video on your screen right now and watch the next video, and I'll see you over there.